treat irritable bowel syndrome with ginger and chamomile tea. Adaptive colitis is another term for irritable bowel syndrome. Basically, it's a disease that consists of periods of abdominal distension and changes in bowel movements. Usually, these symptoms alternate between episodes of constipation and diarrhea. Its exact cause is unknown, but it likely has a lot to do with psychological factors. For example, these factors could be stress, anxiety and nervousness. In addition, it also relates to some hormonal changes, food intolerances and genetic predispositions. Although it is not considered to be a serious problem, those who suffer from it usually seek treatment, since some of its symptoms interfere with their lifestyles and, in some cases, present complications. Fortunately, there are natural remedies whose properties reduce the severity of symptoms. Among these, we find a medicinal tea of ginger and chamomile. This tea aids digestion and reduces inflammation. Are you interested in trying it? Discover the recipe here. An infusion of ginger and chamomile to relieve irritable bowel syndrome. Both ginger root and chamomile flowers have multiple medicinal uses, especially those having to do with digestive health. Both contain active substances with anti-inflammatory, analgesic and detoxifying effects. And these effects aid intestinal activity. Additionally, they reduce the discomfort of irritable bowel syndrome. They are soft on the stomach. And, by regulating their pH, they neutralize the acids to avoid irritation in the intestinal mucosa. See also: care for your digestion with 6 healing plants. The benefits of ginger. The main active compound of ginger is known as gingerol. This is the substance that gives it its characteristic spicy flavor, in addition to its anti-inflammatory, analgesic and digestive properties. For centuries, it has been used as an alternative remedy against difficult digestions, since it facilitates the absorption of nutrients and promotes the elimination of waste accumulated in the colon. It contains a substance known as oleoresin, which gives it antacid, laxative and antispasmodic properties. And it is a natural carminative, that is, it helps to stop the excessive production of gas. Additionally, it improves the circulation of blood and, in passing, promotes the expulsion of toxins that travel through the bloodstream. Among other things, it is one of the best natural remedies against nausea, heartburn and acid reflux. The benefits of chamomile. Chamomile flowers have been used in alternative medicine as a supplement against pain, abdominal swelling and intestinal movement problems. It contains active substances, such as organic acids, terpenes and alcohols, which give it anti-inflammatory and soothing effects. And It is ideal for reducing the distension caused by the irritable bowel and, incidentally, it helps regulate the pH of the entire digestive system. Also, it controls diarrhea and constipation, and it helps reduce the buildup of gas. It has antispasmodic and antacid properties, ideal for reducing the sensation of heartburn and heaviness. It accelerates the process of tissue recovery, especially in cases of irritation of the gastric mucosa and ulcers. Also read. This bacteria causes pain, bloating and diarrhea. How to prepare a ginger and chamomile tea. You can prepare this ginger and chamomile tea as a natural remedy. It helps reduce the uncomfortable symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome. However, in spite of its benefits, it must be taken in a moderate manner, since an excess of ginger may cause opposite reactions. Ingredients: 2 cups of water, 500 milliliters. 1 teaspoon grated ginger, 5 grams. 1 tablespoon of chamomile flowers, 10 grams. 2 tablespoons of bee honey, 50 grams, optional. Ice, optional. Preparation: pour the cups of water into a pot and bring them to a boil. Once they reach their boiling point, add the grated ginger root and the chamomile flowers. Reduce the heat, and let the plants infuse for 2 or 3 minutes. Then, leave it to sit at room temperature for 10 or 15 minutes more. Strain the drink and, if you like, sweeten it with honey and add ice. Manner of consumption: drink a cup of tea on an empty stomach and repeat the remedy in the middle of the afternoon. Consume it, at least, 3 times a week. Are you dealing with the symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome? Do you have trouble digesting or constipation? If so, go ahead and prepare this natural drink and check its benefits to restore your intestinal health. Of course, for optimal results, make sure to maintain a healthy diet, moderate in fat and irritating foods.